coming up on At Your Leisure.
I'm Mike Siaperas.
And I'm Chad Booth. Join us on At Your Leisure to see how spring is busting out at the seams.
I'm Scott Huntsman, and we're joining the students at Bonneville High School as we upgrade the fuel system on Road Force 1.
And I am Will Oxley. We're back with Hendrix Johnson, and he's competing in his first race with the Mini Moto League.
It's a landmark that people know, but it's the gateway to adventure that's the real payoff. Hi, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Mike Siaperas. I'm filling in for Rhea today.
So Mike is the Range Valley Ranch guy. You know the stories we've done about all of the great mountain bike trails and rehabilitation. That's his place. And so we said, you know what? Come give us an assessment of the condition of the forest.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chad. I appreciate that. I'm excited about today for sure.
So we're here with the Steadman clan, quite literally. We've got Riley and Randy, brother and sister, part of the fourth generation of Steadmans. When you talk about family-owned business, that's it. And they didn't want to miss this adventure. So we've got Randy and company and Riley and company, and we're all going to go have some fun today. You'll get to know them on the trip. Right now, let's go find out a little bit about the trail we're riding today.
I've loved the trail today. We grew up snowmobiling in this area, but I've never actually been out here when there's not 2 feet of snow on the ground. So it's really interesting to see the different sceneries from when it's covered in snow to now when it's nice and lush and green, and we see this beautiful waterfall just rolling right next to us.
I would say that this trail is a good trail to take family members that haven't been very much because it's very scenic, it's very beautiful, easy on your machine as well. Overall, I would rate it 7 out of 10 because I'd like a little more adrenaline, but the 7 is definitely because it's just so beautiful out here.
It's a good one that you can just stop and take in the beautiful scenery around you. Like, we're in some beautiful country out here and lots of cool trees and cliff sides that we get to see.
What I love about this season in Utah right now is everything's so green. We haven't seen this much water and this much greenery for a long time, so it's so pretty. I'd love to get out this season to see all of the wildflowers. I've never seen so many different colors and wildflowers, and that is just one of my favorite things.
I think it toughens you up sometimes. Each day is not glorious, but it's definitely better than a day at work, I would say. But I think just the skills you get to learn, you can apply a lot of those in every aspect of your life. This is the first time I've been on here, and probably you've been on here. I think it's a good ride, not too difficult at all, so a lot of people can easy do this. We passed a van coming up here, so it's meant for, I guess, any vehicle you want to bring up here for the most part, but I'm sure this is just the scratching the surface up here too.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
This is
what's
my
that?
first time here.
Yeah,
How many times have you been here?
I've probably driven this trail about 5 times total. First was in the year 2000 when I was writing a book on boating. I was going between all the lakes.
Oh, okay. Not boating up here, boating down there.
Boating down
Okay,
there. Yeah,
good.
There's nothing big enough.
Yeah,
up
no,
here.
probably not. That's for sure.
Anyway, we're going to continue our trip. We're going to head towards our goal. Right now, let's go to the first story of the week.
Welcome back to the Road Force 1 project here at Your Leisure. So the last time you were with us, we were able to get the serpentine belt installed as well as the airbag suspension. This week we're installing a new fuel tank to go from 2 to 1. We're installing new fuel lines. We're getting rid of the mechanical fuel pump and going to all electric, and installing a brand new throttle body system from Phytech. So we have Jim working with the students installing the fuel system. Let's see how that's going with him.
What we're going to do underneath, we're going to cut the cross member, we're going to put this aluminum tank. This is a single aluminum tank. There are two spots. There's a cross member. We're going to cut the cross member out, and then this is going to replace the cross member, and it goes right through the tank, so it adds back the structural integrity. Cut that thing out, brother. Let's go and dive her down and take a look at what the guys did. We took out two old steel fuel tanks, cut this cross member out right here. And got a new tank.
With our new fuel system, we have to use these newer AN6 fittings so that they're threaded to a barb line to handle the fuel pressure that's required for our fuel system.
The new aluminum fuel tank that we installed needs to be plumbed. It has AN6 fittings on it, so we have to count the fittings, locate where they are, and start plumbing, running 3/8 barricade hose, a ethanol resistant hose. Why? Because ethanol that's in our fuel today eats nitrile rubber. You need to have a ethanol resistant fuel hose. Very, very important. If you don't, you'll be doing this in about 2 years again.
We had Jim working with Jackson today. He was setting up the fuel lines, going from the engine, throttle body, all the way down to the fuel tank. They had to line them up, run brand new lines, and that's all set, looking great as well.
Hey, I'm Jackson, and I am a junior here at Bonneville High, and today I connected the fuel lines. So I fed the lines through, I cut them, and then I clamped them down, then I connected them to the fuel tank.
Fuel injection also is very, very critical to have good fuel flow and good fuel delivery, because fuel injection can compromise or it can't change with the fuel flow. It's got to have full fuel flow, and it's got to have a good fuel delivery tank and system. That's what we put in here.
Ari and I were working on the throttle body injection. She got to help out on setting the studs that we needed to place in there, as well as modifying the intake manifold so that way it will accept the newer plate and the throttle body injector, so that way we don't have any restriction. It was great working with the project manager directly. Awesome. So we had a big day today. We were able to install the 64-gallon fuel tank. We were able to put the fuel lines in through the rails. We were also able to put in the brand new Phytech fuel injection system. Thank you for joining us here at Bonneville Garage, and we'll see you next time at AYL.
And we'll be right back with more at your leisure.
Utah's most fun rodeo rides back to town July 13, 14, 15, 8 p.m. each evening, Juab County Fairgrounds. Flying U Rodeo, the legendary Flying U will bring the livestock. Matt Merritt there to entertain. 15-time Act of the Year, John Payne, the One-Armed Bandit, and the excitement of Manu, the Bull Jumper. All put together around parades, breakfast in the park, a fun week where Nephi will see you at the Ute Stampede.
Join us on AYL 24/7 with early access to commercial-free episodes, detailed trip itineraries, a look behind the scenes, group discussions and forums, profile and account customization, individual segments, and a nostalgic trip to classic episodes. We want our viewers to get the show they want to see when they want to see it. It's all the viewing you've grown to love and more. Sign up now at AYLTV.com.
Before you pack the car,
before you plan the route, make sure your vacation be the one you always dreamed of.
With a pre-trip visit to Tunex.
Locally owned,
regionally connected.
Tunex can get you on the road
and keep you there.
No matter where you travel in Utah.
From timing belts to oil changes, transmission service or new brakes, a towing upgrade or even a tune-up.
We have the certified technicians
to do the job right. There's a Tunex near you.
Find it at tunex.com.
Count on a Honda generator for home backup power that won't let you down. Honda offers a complete line of generators with legendary Honda reliability built into every one. Plus our advanced CO Minder carbon monoxide detection system. Select models include Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity for remote operation from your smartphone. And once the storm's cleared, Honda generators are great for anywhere you need portable power.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are on the trail. It's Forest Service 135 from Hanna over to Upper Stillwater. And boy, you know, I asked for your opinion, being the guy that rehabilitates forests.
Right.
Tell me about what you see here.
Well, obviously I see a lot of overgrown conifers. I drive by these and I overanalyze all the forests I drive by. and this one's a tough one here because there's a lot of young quakies that probably won't ever make it. Conifers are already starting to encroach on them. As you can see in this area, which is a tree cell, they've come in and marked the trees with blue paint so people can come up and cut them one at a time. Obviously, we can get into my process a little bit later, but as this is a prime example of an overgrown forest that eventually will burn. It's not good for wildlife habitat at this point in time, and one of the most important things as of late is water. Quakies produce a lot more water downstream, and they're obviously fire resistant. So,
how does the 106 system work, and what makes it different? Because when you take a tree out, you take it all out, right down to the roots.
I do. A lot of treatments, mechanical treatments, they'll take one tree out at a time, lop and scatter, and they're hand crews, and they're effective. Prescribed burns are effective, but as we know, sometimes there's also a lot of risk with that. My method, it's called roller felling. It's something that I've patented, and you go through the forest about 300 feet apart, and this roller, 10,000-pound roller, keeps the cables off the ground about 4 feet, which is ideal leverage in height. And when you go through the forest, you can knock down the trees, root ball and all. All methods work. My method does it at pace and skill. So I can do as many acres in a day as other methods take months to do.
So in the process, you end up creating an entirely, a more natural habitat that looks, without using fire, it looks like something that fire came through maybe 30 or 40 years ago.
Correct.
Tell me about the wildlife side, because you were mentioning something earlier today.
Well, what we're doing right now, we're in the middle of multiple studies right now. One of them is from Utah State that they've studied just to see our method and how successful it is to produce aspen regeneration. The other one is BYU's doing a study on the health of the deer in our treatment areas. Number one, if you go look in the forest here, there's nothing for them to eat, right? Our treatment method, because it literally takes out the root balls and all, and allows the sun to come in, allows the moisture to hit the ground, a lot of forbs grow in there, and it's healthier for deer. So right now, 2 years ago, we had one doe set the state record for 29% body fat, and just as of yesterday, they actually collared 2 buck fawns on a treatment area that, again, set the state record for body fat in fawns, 2 massive fawns.
That's absolutely fascinating, and it's been fun to watch your whole process, and we've become real big fans of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You were kind of there in the beginning.
Let's go find some more work for you to do.
So, hey, I'm up for it. Let's do it.
We'll be back with more At Your Leisure on the trail to Upper Stillwater in just a minute.
Steadman's. Ride hard, play hard.
Sometimes you just gotta play dirty, and dirt has been the Steadman's family playground for 50 years. Come jump on or into your new side-by-side, ATV or dirt bike, and make your own trail with Steadman's in Tooele, your dealer for sales, service, and accessories. Looking for road bikes or e-bikes? We have those too. Go online or come in today and see the Steadman's family and check out their incredible line from only the best: Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta.
You might think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at AYLTV.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Utah's most fun rodeo rides back to town July 13, 14, 15, 8 p.m. each evening, Juab County Fairgrounds. Flying U Rodeo, the legendary Flying U will bring the livestock. Matt Merritt there to entertain. 15-time Act of the Year, John Payne, the one-armed bandit, and the excitement of Manu, the bull jumper. All put together around parades, breakfast in the park, a fun week where Nephi will see you at the Ute Stampede.
Welcome back to Out Your Leisure.
You know, Mike, we finally made our goal. We made it to the spillway at Upper Stillwater. What do you think?
Oh, Mike, what an amazing, I feel like I'm at Niagara Falls, but anybody in Utah needs to come here in the next week.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, to travel all the way to Niagara Falls or just drive up in your own state of Utah, come here.
No, you know, and what I noticed when we got right up close to it, it was misty like Niagara Falls.
Well, misty and the energy, you felt the energy. A lot of power and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm amazed that I didn't know this place even existed until today, so thanks, Chad.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the many great things that happen when friends and family make a habit of exploring together. It makes a difference in their life.
That's something that I've been really grateful for my whole life, is being able to get out in nature and ride with my family. And ever since we've been married, it's been one of those moments where we've been able to just laugh and joke and take the times that we're parked just to chat and catch up. Because sometimes in the busyness of life, you forget about the small things. So when we're out here, it's really easy to remember those small things and take time to reconnect with each other and reconnect with nature, which I think is good for everybody. Get out in the sunshine and enjoy some great outdoors.
Didn't do much riding growing up. The only time I would get on a dirt bike was to go and change wheel lines and sprinklers. And so once I met Riley and started getting into that a little bit, then just kind of took off from there. So I did a lot of snowmobiling actually, but kind of the dirt bike, side-by-side stuff, that escalated pretty quick.
I've loved it from a very young age. I think that's my favorite part, is just getting together and being able to go out and enjoy the beautiful scenery that we have here in Utah with our family. And we have a little girl of our own, and she's gonna be about 1 year old, and we're so excited to just get her out in nature and outside enjoying all of this fun stuff just like I had when I grew up. A lot of times we're out of service, so we get to bring our phones to take pretty pictures, but we don't have the distractions of all of the cell phones and the busyness of our life. It's kind of nice to kind of get up in the mountains and just enjoy that time with our family.
And it's a lot of work wherever we go, just to make sure that we're all safe and protected, and we look after each other, and I think that just creates those bonds and those memories and that trust that you need in a family. And me and Randy just can't wait for that to happen for our kids and just to build that trust and unity.
Well, I just want to let you know, Chad, it's been a pleasure to be here today, and obviously introduced me to the Steadman family. I never really knew much about the Steadman family, but obviously it's a business that's been around for a long time, from grandfather to father to great-grandfather, and now you guys. So you got to carry it on, though. Okay, got to carry fourth generation. So,
and Randy's attention to detail of knowing all the stuff about the machines is phenomenal.
Absolutely amazing. If anybody wants to buy a machine from Steadman's, call Randy. He will give you detail by detail and meticulous.
That's true. You know what I've learned about this, when you get families together like this, is you learn some of their secrets, like Oreo salad. Now, is this a genuine health food?
Yeah.
It works miracles, I'm sure.
So healthy for you.
So healthy for you.
What are the ingredients?
Pretty simple: vanilla pudding, whipped cream, and Oreos, crushed up Oreos.
That sounds like 3 health food groups. It's got 3 major groups in it.
Yep.
Anyway, right now we've got our next story in queue. Take a look at this.
It's race day here at Jordan River State Park in Salt Lake City. Organized by Edge Motorsports, the mini motocross holds races in the spring and summer for young riders. And today is the first race for a young member of the At Your Leisure family.
My name is Hendrix. I'm 8 years old and I'm racing today. I just like going fast on like
I think that motorcycles, they have a ton of cool stuff like the engines and how they race.
At Your Leisure's very own Breanne Johnson couldn't be more proud of her daredevil son.
Honestly, I realized it might not just be a hobby for him when he was probably 3. I was a little apprehensive and I did try and steer him a little nudge, but no, he motorcycles 100%. So now we're in it, we're doing it, and with how happy, I mean that smile that he has on his face and his adrenaline pumping, you can tell that this is exactly where he belongs.
Hendrix's first race was not without its hiccups.
From the beginning, I was kind of nervous because my bike, it could have like turned off and the gate went down or something like that, and it was like really deep, so I didn't know if I should go fast or slow. So, and there was like sharp turns, and it was just really fun on all the jumps.
Powering Hendrix today is his sponsorship with Edge Motorsports.
Edge Motorsports has been so great, and so working with them with Hendrix has been so fun, especially with Brian. Brian's been great. He knows all of this so well.
This guy named Brian, he works at Edge Motorsports. He saw it at Your Leisure. It's a show that my family's on, and he thought that I would be really good with racing, so he like helped me with this stuff and got me this cool bike and taught me how to race.
So truly today was my first day coming to the track, seeing what this is all about, and I'm having the best time. I met a few other moms that kind of showed me the ropes, and right when that gate dropped, my adrenaline, boom, and I think I was hopping. Then every time he would pass, I was so proud of him, and the fact that he just never gave up. It was his first race, and I think he was middle of the pack. He never gave up. There were a few times I saw him almost go down. He didn't, he stayed with it. And as a mom, it makes you so proud.
Mini Motocross League holds races for all children ages 4 through 18, and top riders can even earn cash prizes.
For those moms and dads out there who are thinking, is this something that we should get our child involved in? Being here today and seeing how excited the kids are, the parents are, it's a family activity, the dogs are here. It just is awesome. It's really family oriented, and I think they are taught the right technique, and I would give it a shot. I'd give it a try. I'm really glad that we're doing this.
For At Your Leisure, I'm Will Oxley.
The first thing you notice is the colors. Blue sky contrasting against red horizon. Blending Utah. The world goes on forever out here. There's nothing stopping you. In Blanding, you can ride right from downtown on Recapture Rim Trail, discovering the heritage of the West without limits or boundaries. Don't be held back. Join us in a land of true freedom. Blanding, more to be explored.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Utah's most fun rodeo rides back to town July 13, 14, 15, 8 p.m. each evening, Juab County Fairgrounds. Flying U Rodeo, the legendary Flying U will bring the livestock. Matt Merritt there to entertain. 15-time Act of the Year, John Payne, the One-Armed Bandit, and the excitement of Manu, the Bull Jumper. All put together around parades, breakfast in the park, a fun week where Nephi will see you at the Ute Stampede.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We've had a great day at Stillwater Reservoir. And
Isn't this cool?
It's way cool. I mean, why don't you take me every week?
You can.
Oh, okay.
We're going to the races on Saturday.
Okay,
I'll see you
sounds
there.
Good, I'll be there. But no, it's been an amazing day for sure. I mean, look at the views. Look at the snow.
Yeah, so that was one of the questions that somebody was asking one of the people who worked for the Forest Service down here was, well, how long does this last? Well, usually it's just 2 or 3 weeks. But in 2019, there was a fair amount of snowpack. It lasted for 6 weeks. And we've been running 3 or 4 weeks here, but I'm looking up at the Uintas that drain into that reservoir. I don't think we're done overflowing for a while.
No, I think August. When the bow hunters come up,
yeah,
they'll be sliding down the snowpack still.
There you go.
On their backpacks.
Well, anyway, right now we have finished our forecast for the snowpack up here in the Uintas. How about a forecast for next week's show? Next week, Rhea and I are headed to the small town of Waldsburg to explore the history of power. Yes, from steam to oil to gas, it's all there and it's a blast. Then we're keeping the theme of history alive as Will Oxley discovers today's kids facing what it's like to rough it when the pioneers crossed the plains. And finally, Brett Hermanson is back and he's been putting in miles on his side-by-side and now he's due for a clutch replacement. Come on along as he's going to show you how it's done. Now, let's take a look at the upcoming calendar of events. First up, due to heavy snowfall this year, the Beaver Jamboree that usually held in the spring was pushed back and it's now running July 11th through the 14th. So, be sure to come to Beaver this summer for one of the most popular OHV events in the state. Then, also July 11th and 12th is the 20th annual Manti ATV Run, and this year they are doing a summer and fall ride. Come out and enjoy some of the famous trails on the Manti Mountain and the Arapeen Trail System. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Kathy Cook, and it looks like Kathy's the lucky winner of a Clearly Tough windshield for her rig. Clearly Tough offers you the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more information. Congratulations, Kathy, and be sure to call us Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. We've had an absolutely fantastic day today. You know, I've been on this trail before. Well, how cool is it that I'm the only one and everybody else it was a first experience?
I know, that's great. Yeah, you broke us in. You did.
So did you guys play hooky today? You're happy about that?
Yeah, best.
You know, Steve Hassler, you haven't said 2 words this whole trip.
I don't have anything to say.
All
Other
right.
than it was an amazing trip. I can't believe it.
You had to come back? Just make a promise that you will do for this what I did for you. Pass it on to somebody that's never seen it.
There you go.
There you go.
We can do that.
Drive it forward.
Mr. Mike, thank you for
Yeah,
helping me
appreciate
today.
it.
Appreciate your stepping
Great
in.
day.
You're not as bad as I thought you'd be.
No, well, you know, like I said, I mean, Rhea's Italian.
Yeah.
And I'm Italian, so.
It works.
It works.
Yeah.
She's a lot cuter than me, though.
Yes, and a little bossier.
Oh, good, good.
You know, like we always say, there's adventure around every bend, but you've got to get out there and create your own adventure at your leisure. All right, I'm buying drinks for everybody. Let's go into the Hannah Country Store.